My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
All right, today is May 4th. Yeah, May 4th, 2026. It is 2:36 a.m. All right, so let's get going. I have a lot to share with you. I finished edit all the videos that I did yesterday, and what's on the screen right now was one of them. All right, so let's get started. I don't want to talk too much. I just saw that. I didn't put it on the list, but this is Sandra Bullock with her son. That's that. Let's go to the first tweet. Alright, so this is a tweet from Martyn. Don't come at me. 15 years of mostly successful marriage. The royal press keeps hinting at William's Norfolk rumor without saying it. Alright, let's listen.
Get to the point, Martyn. The royal press keeps hinting at William's Norfolk rumour without saying it. And we've seen this photo many times over the years, haven't we? Of Kate and William with the lovely Rose having a nice family type chat. And this article's quite interesting, actually, because it comments on the state of their 15-year marriage, and it describes their marriage as mostly successful. It also alleges that Kate has become the true Queen of Hearts, following in Diana's footsteps in the UK because she got cancer. Not because of anything she's achieved in her life or the way she takes herself off internationally to clear landmines or has a brilliant work ethic, because she doesn't do any of those things. And I just wonder, are these rumours about William's antics in Norfolk, where apparently, we found out from a royal correspondent just yesterday, he's there in Norfolk for extensive holidays alone. Even the Royal Rota are turning on them now. I don't know why. It could be due to the Diana tapes that are being released shortly. My opinion's not important. Yours is. Comments are open. Let the world know what you think.
I don't know. These people, they're just creating distraction. I don't know. Alright, so there's this. Stop lying about our beautiful young prince. Okay. What is that? Okay, let me add this. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna add these. Let me pause. I just saw them. I literally just saw them. Alright, so let's go over this really quickly. Just can't take his eyes off of her. So there's no comment. Alright, so there's this one. As Prince Harry said, they had an idea Meghan will leave, but then no, he will live with her. They always have had their way with all his previous partners, so they thought the same media harassment, fabricated stories, and bullying will get Meghan out, and it backfired. Now they are mad. There was no way Prince Harry would have walked away from his marriage, especially to someone like Meghan. I guess they forgot about his Halle Berry poster and his college dorm, or how he was so comfortable with Diana too. Exactly, 100%. Remember that old picture? It's a very old picture where he probably was maybe the most 7 or 8 years old, and he's walking. There's a young black little girl behind the barricade. As Harry walking, he was looking at her. I may have that that picture. If I have it, just look on the screen. They are used to the royal family being afraid of the media and adjusting to make media happy. They can understand why Harry is not reacting and adjusting to their narrative. Well, the thing is that they've been saying nonsense about Harry since he was a young kid. And then Harry did his book and he just let everything out. So there's nothing that they have against him for him to be afraid of. So he's just moving on with his life. I guess that was, unfortunately, and fortunately, that was the gift they gave him. When he was young, they did all this BS about him, so he's immune to the BS to a certain extent. To a certain extent. And that's why he already absorbed, experienced the mistreatment or whatever he was feeling when they were mistreating him on the tabloid, on the papers. So whatever he felt back then, he wants to make sure his kids don't experience that same type of feelings. So now he's just moving on with his life. Okay, that's really lovely picture of Meghan. Let them remain mad as there's that. You truly are delusional. Whatever. Let's go to the next one. What was the other one? I think it was one more here. I just came from there. All right, this one is a long read. It's making reference to Harry's speech. Prince Harry's visit in Ukraine and his historic speech and analysis has clearly shown how he is a natural-born leader. He emerged as the global leader right now, who doesn't have a big power around him, nor being supported by personal gain, instead making it clear he speaks as a humanitarian and a former soldier, someone who understands the sacrifices and needs for change. He has transformed to what his mother dreamed of the royal role, someone who works for a better world, who is using his image, face, world fame, and relatability to pass certain messages and promote worldwide accepted ethics and goodness, peace, empathy, and unification. Harry, just like Earl Spencer said about Princess Diana, has transcended being Graham, the UK, and is now Princess Diana's son, the world's prince. Not only he gets worldwide acknowledgement and recognition, but his own father, aka the brothers' government, uses Harry's Ukraine speech as the centerpiece of Charles' speech in Congress to pass messages. The fact Harry's speech in Ukraine has become the point of reference in the Russia-Ukraine war is a huge importance. Prince Harry has become the global leader people can look up to at times of crisis. He is respected and accepted at circles, places, spaces, countries that make the difference. He is the change maker, the center of the discussion, the leader that others follow. One thing with the kind of government like the US is pushing for others to follow. Okay, I truly believe, okay, this is my opinion, I truly believe all the other governments, okay, Europe, UK, are using the US, backing up the US to a certain point. They're not, many of them are not showing it on the surface, but in the background, they are rooting for it, for the kind of system that Trump is trying to implement in the US, so others could follow. Okay? What Harry is dealing right now, obviously everything, you know, there's a fine line to certain thing. The kind of government that the US is trying to push, they don't recognize what Harry's saying, okay? They do not recognize, they don't care. Okay, Charles, who came to the US to do similar speech, all right, he's just doing lip service. The only reason he said some of the things that he said to copy Harry is because the public like it. So he's just pretending, in my humble opinion. All right, so that's that. Let me read some of the comments here. He wants the corrupt dollars to keep flowing so he can get his bags of jewels and silvers back. What the hell? Okay, I don't know. How long have you been mentally ill, and is Harry in the room with you right now? What the hell? Okay, these are the... Alright, let's leave that because the derangers are here. I read this, the speech, GB News. Okay, back to my list. GB News. The derangers are there. Alright. GB News obsessed over Trump trashing the Sussexes. Harry and Meghan didn't throw anything away. They escaped. GB News just wishes they stay miserable. Oh, did Trump say something? I truly haven't been online as much. What did Trump say? Let's listen. Oh my God, it's long. whatever. Alright, great. So let's hope they don't want to come back. No one wants them in the UK. The USA can keep them. Yeah, we'll be more than happy to keep them. Trump literally said that William's wife, he can come up with her name blacked. Alright, let's leave that alone. Alright, let's move on. Next tweet. Oh my god, it was painful listening to that. What's up is down to these people. What's down is up to them. Next tweet. There's the laugh. Here we know of the petty, there's the B word monarchy. But wait, wasn't the media who called for the king to strip Harry and Meghan the home gift to them by Queen Elizabeth II? Crazy stuff. Okay, what are they talking about now? The monarchy's last chance. Media call for Sussex return. Oh god. I'm just sharing with you.
Grappling with the fact that the monarchy will die without the Sussexes. That is what they are saying in this article. They are telling the future king and queen of England that they have to make up with Harry and Meghan, or else nobody will be tuning into the show. And they're not just telling Will and Kate, they're also telling King Charles. They're saying that evicting the Sussexes from Frogmore Cottage and letting it sit empty looks bad, which is what we have been saying for years. Charles evicted them because he was feeling petty after Harry released Spare and after they went on Oprah, and allowing it to sit empty doesn't look good for their homeless initiatives. They basically have palaces sitting empty. So why would they need to kick out Harry and Meghan? That could have been their safe space that they came back to if they wanted to see the king. And instead, he was so short-sighted that he will topple his own regime because of looking like a petty bitch.
Like a petty bitch. This is what the media in the UK is doing. You know, bringing different headlines, make you feel different way. Bring them back, kick them out. Trump doesn't like this and that. It's crazy. Okay. Whatever. Oh, let's black while I'm at it.
Grappling with the fact that the monarchy will die without the Sussexes.
She's just
That
making
is what they are
reference.
saying in this article.
She's just making reference to what the tabloid was saying. She probably read the article. Next one. Oh my god, this is a long read. Okay. I am actually screaming at the royal Reddit right now. They really said Kate is in her Gone Girl era and only pops up for proof of life appearances like a little hostage. Proof of life. The internet is something. The way they have her living in a separate postcode from Will's while he's out here allegedly doing side quests with Rose is actually devious. One said Kate's family sold her soul for a ticket to the aristocracy, and now she is wasting away just to keep the crown. They really call her admission ticket that is falling apart. Alright, let's read this. I agree with this article. Diana and Kate are, from a personality perspective, totally different people. But where they are really fundamentally different is that Diana was from the aristocracy establishment. If rumor are true, Queen Elizabeth II selected her for her pedigree. Whether she was married to Charles or not, she was already in that tier with the status and wealth that comes with it. This, in my opinion, gave her more footing and confident when she finally walked. Could be. Kate, on the other hand, was not. She married into another echelon within British society. To lose her marriage will largely put her back outside of it. If she was ever really accepted into it, the first place, she seems to have no friends from this class. So we witness what appeared to be a person miserable in her marriage and using exercise and food restriction as a mean to create a sense of any control. She's literally wasting away, and it's rather sad, but her family's social climbing and need for status outweigh the thought of walking away to actually be happy and healthy. So she endured, because if she divorced him, even as the mother of the heir, she will be sidelined even further. And I'm convinced the firm is terrified of creating another Diana-like figure. If she's free of the chokehold that is her life, she has a lot of skeleton in the closet that could be shared, and that's dangerous for Bill. actually to be happy and healthy. So she endured, because if she divorced him, even as the, okay, I read this, the firm Diana figure, she's free, chokehold, that is her life. She has a lot of skeleton in the closet that could be shared, and that dangerous for Bill. On one hand, Kate is very sad, but on the other, she chooses it because of the status it gives her. She could divorce at any time, but her eyes and Carol's are on the crown that she will share with a horrible husband, so my sympathy is limited. I will always say that Kate's own family let her down a long time ago, and still do. She's an admission ticket to use whenever possible, even when the ticket is falling apart. I mean, she could stay with her mom most of the time, leave the castle alone. I don't know. Maybe there was a prenup, and that, I'm sure they did, and the amount that they will give her will not be much. They will never allow her to operate on an international level like that. That's one of the reasons they hate Meghan. Soft power aboard, that is true, will give her too much autonomy. I also don't think she has the temperament for anything other than a small circle around her. I personally think once the kids are older, she'll just stay on one of the estate and will only attend necessary event for proof of life. Proof of life, and William will continue with whoever he is attached to. Proof of life. Since it appears that Kate and Wills don't live together and only meet for official engagement, like Trump and Melania, it must be more bearable. Of course, this arrangement prevents her from finding a man who will treat her well, and affairs are risky. A reporter can always find out. Same for him, but he has managed to keep the Rose affair well hidden. Let's see here. Will wanted to limit his appearances with Kate because his overt disrespectful behavior toward her generate negative publicity for him in 2023. Kate derailed his plan by amassing sympathy with her cancer diagnosis. Yeah, he has no respect for her. And I call this part here, the one in the circle, the chap moment. They went to that wedding in the Middle East, and she was talking to the bride for too long, and William was like, come on, let's go. Reminds me of this blind. Okay, blind item 16. The palace is basically leaking that the heir is going to be doing most things without his wife. They have been doing a lot of things separately as of late. The thing is though, he hooks off, but she is not allowed. Yeah, that's very sad. That is very sad. You know, when you look, she's young, and wow, she's young, and then that's it. The guy could go and do whatever he wants, and if she does one thing and one little mistake, and it will show. And the guy could impregnate as many women as possible, and people will not know unless if the person come forward and all the tests, DNA and all of that. But the woman will always will show the proof. All right, whatever is here, bottom up. I don't pity KKK. She got exactly what she deserved. She's also not as naive as people think she is. She's a mean girl, and she was very mean to Meghan. Okay, proof of life. I know, that was kind of funny. I think she saw her own soul. She still wants to be queen. That is true. I remember during the queen's funeral, there's a picture that come out where her and I think Sophie was looking at the crown. All right, next tweet. Well, clip. Former MI5 agent reveal why Princess Diana was killed. All right, let's put allegedly, okay?
And I have to say, my personal opinion, I think, yes, they did intend to at least seriously injure or kill her. And it's not just about the fact that, was she pregnant, wasn't she? We'll never know, because they embalmed her against all French law so quickly. And all the other speculative things you see in the press. It's also the fact that it was reported that she was being a great success in the landmine campaign that she was running. But also, she was about to go into campaigning on the behalf of the Palestinians. Now, you can imagine someone of Princess Diana's profile doing that. They would not have tolerated it. They could not have dealt with that. So I think that's why she was taken out of it. Wow. And I have to say, my personal...
with so many things that I see happening in Palestine, not Palestine, and the Epstein thing, I think it's probably mostly about the Palestine. And there's a lot of things talking about Michael Jackson, about saving the kids and things like that. They did a reverse on Michael Jackson. I have some tweets regarding Michael Jackson from the Epstein thing I never got a chance to record. Is that he was saving the kids, but they did a reverse on him saying that he was molesting the kids. You could look on past record. He went to trial and things, and he had to prove himself. Confirmed Diana's influence was massive, and she was showing the world what was really going on in Palestine. Okay, so this is another video. All right. How long was this? 45. Okay, let's listen to these two, and then that will be it.
Obviously, in normal circumstances, whistleblowers get one chance. I've been blessed to have several bites at the cherry, I really have. So I'm not saying they killed Diana to knock us out the headlines, but if you've got a plan to murder her because she's about to bear Dodi Al-Fayed's son, this was an excellent time to do it, because it knocked us out the headlines and there was no other news for about 2 months in Britain.
And what's your views on Diana's death? What do you think?
Well, Diana was definitely murdered, and they show a doubt about that.
Wow.
You've only got to watch the film Unlawful Killing, will give you an indication into that. And it's absolutely clear that the reported white Fiat Uno and motorcycle riders going into the tunnel were not paparazzi. All the paparazzi had been accounted for that night.
Wow.
So these are mysterious people. Strange enough, of course, the CCTV on the tunnel that should show us what happened is not working.
Wow.
That's a feature we often see in these false flag operations. Who is behind it, I don't know. I like to not think it's the royal family because I don't think they're truly powerful. MI6 certainly could have done it, but I think in some ways it's more likely it was Mossad.
Wow.
Because the Zionists didn't want a Muslim half-brother for their Zionist half-king. And they see William and Harry as the end of the bloodline, the Zionist king predicted in their protocols. And also Princess Diana was going to go to the occupied territories. And wherever she went, she took the world's media with her. So the world's media would see how the Israelis were treating the Palestinians, and that would have caused an international outcry. So I think it's more likely that it was Mossad that took her out.
Wow. Very interesting. Let's listen to this one.
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think that?
Oh, I have that.
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into. Because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently. Because I don't go by a rule book. Because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it. No, I don't.
Alright, so
No.
let's leave that
Why do
alone.
you think?
These were extra. Next tweet, okay. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, took a solo trip, according to People magazine, to Chicago to attend the first communion of a college friend's son, who is her godson. There's a picture I already posted on my community board, and I saw it, and you know, sometime when I see things, I just want to share with you. And I posted, I was like, I don't know what it is about. Let me see if I could see it. I'm not even sure if I put it. This one, there it is here. And there's her bodyguard. So she showed up. So someone in the comment section was saying that's a communion. I wasn't sure, okay? I wasn't sure. All right, so let's get back to this. All right, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, took a solo trip, according to People magazine, to Chicago to attend the first communion of a college friend's son, who is her godson. I love the fact that she still has her friends, especially those from her childhood and school college years. It says a lot about her character. I myself am the godmother of 2 children, 2 girls, so I know how special that is. The first time I was asked, I was 21 years old. I screamed and cried. There's the laugh here. People don't make you a godmother for their child if they didn't love you and trust you. You are the person they choose to be their child's second mother. Okay, so there's the article. All right. I put that on my list. I didn't even know it was talking about that. Okay, Meghan Markle makes solo trip to Chicago for Godson's first communion. People confirm that the Duchess of Sussex attend the ceremony of the son of one of her best friends from college. There's that. That was written yesterday. Okay, Meghan Markle made a rare solo trip. Okay, it's repeating the same thing, all right? The Duchess also attended Northwestern University in Chicago from 1999 to 2003. All right, so repeating the same thing. Okay, let's see some of the comments. So it's only one comment. Her real friends from long back, you can never hear them saying she ghosted them, unlike her imaginary friends. All right, imaginary friends, the tabloid writing nonsense. Next tweet. There's that. Let me pause this. Great read. It's time again to celebrate Prince Archie's birthday on Wednesday, 6 May 2026. He's growing up fast, 7 years old. Drown out the noise and celebrate Archie and wishing he has a wonderful day with his loving family and friends that truly adore him. All right, so that's him skiing. There's all of those pictures. Damn, he's growing really fast. Look at his back. Every time I see his back like this, I'm thinking it hairy. Okay, from the moment Prince Archie was born, the tone around him was noticeably different. Before he could understand what the internet even was, he was already being discussed in racial terms by strangers online. Alright, our baby Archie is not a baby anymore. He's a big boy. HRH, Prince Archie of Sussex. Great video and photos. Archie looked like a little action man. That is true. And his grandpa didn't even bother to visit while here in the US. So sad. Who cares? Maybe it's for the best. These people bring misery with them. No, he wasn't. Any unborn child of a mixed race couple will naturally have some discussion on his appearance, for God's sake, but only actual races. Oh, God. Oh, let me pause a second. I was gonna search for Piers Morgan's the video where he named the royals, so I forget it. Oh, so that's the thing I posted on my community board. I saw this first and I didn't know anything, you know, what this event was. Okay, our baby Meghan is out and about looking so gorgeous in a church. Alright, that I didn't know it was for the communion. And I like that heavy security guard that he has had since a teenager is there too with her. Yep, thank you for cropping out the little girl. It feels weird to be spreading a child's face all over when she has no association with Meghan. But she's the godmother. But still, I understand about being on the internet, but she is photoshopped into the picture if you look closer. I never knew she was a church goer. What faith she follows. I mean, she went to a Catholic church. Catholic school. Let me not get into that. Alright, so that's that. This is an ad. Let's move on. Next tweet. Was it Protestant and then she converted to the, before she married Harry, the Church of England? Alright, fun fact. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, will always, always, always forever be in the history books of the royal family, and that goes for the royal family tree forever. Get that in your thick head, effing trolls. But do you know who will never be in those history books or on the royal family tree? Camilla Tominey. Camilla Tominey, Tom Brower, Angela Levine, lady, there's the seat word here, Tom Sykes, Hudman, that black person of GB News, Kenzie, and all the effing trolls who think abusing, dehumanizing, harassing, and bullying Meghan will erase her from the royal family history. No, ma'am, she will always be recorded as Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, wife of Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, mother of Prince Archie of Sussex, and Princess Elizabeth Diana of Sussex. She will always have the nearest proximity to the royal bloodline than all those, that's the C word, will ever have. Not that she needs it, but that's the effing fact. That is true. So do your effing hate campaigns? That won't change history. This is why they fought so hard to sabotage and stop the wedding.
Racism as such, as a philosophy, kicked in was as a direct reaction to the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement driven by some of the leading intellectuals of the day, as well as driven by hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in this kingdom who signed petitions after petitions and presented them to the House of Lords. When the abolition movement really kicked in from the 1780s onwards, the planters had to respond. And so this is where you get the most virulent imagery about brutal, pagan, bestial.
But the media is a powerful force.
Black people in the literature and in the imagery.
Cartoons portraying black people as licentious and depraved began to circulate.
But the media is a powerful force.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
"The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it."
But the media is a...
They then realized their boy had fallen so hard for the biracial lady. She is here to stay and make history she will. That is true. Okay, so I put this like an hour ago. Sussex had made sure what they write in the history books are the right information. What British royal family, British media wanted to be in the history books were the tabloid BS. I mentioned something in that nature in a video. I think I was referring to one of the Royal Rats book. Alright, so there's that. That's the thumbnails of the video. Here, facts. The derangers don't realize, mind-blowing. All this dehumanization, they're trying to erase her from history, which will never happen. They know. But now what they were trying to do, now that she will be in the history books, close proximity to some of the things she put on the caption, they wanted to do the negative things. But with the squad put a stop to it. Well, not a stop, okay? Counteract. And said, no, you're not going to be writing this BS about her. She's not that person you're writing about. Okay, well said. They need reminding every now and then. Yeah. Squad yesterday, the royal family is racist and should be abolished. They were cruel to Meghan. I love that they left and are happy. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I have 3 more. Okay. So the same people bullying a child because Meghan attended her communion are the same people who were saying yesterday that children were off limits when it came to Kate's daughter. Honestly, I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted with derangers, royalists, and all these clowns. Leave kids alone. So are they talking nonsense about? My God. OP deleted the post pic. I can just imagine the horrible deranger comments she got. It's insane that people can't even post something like that without being bullied by derangers. And that little girl doesn't even have anything to do with Meghan. Meghan was there for her friend's son. Derangers are truly despicable. And there's a heart. Let's go to the next one. I didn't see the picture that they're making reference to. And the squad have said to remove the crap out. Like no one else is in the room. Meghan giving her man a cheeky wink. Harry front row supporting his wife. Let's watch. You're gonna see the wink. Harry is mesmerizing. Was it when they were in Colombia? What happened? There it is right there. Look at her eyes. It's hard to see. I can't even share it properly. The music, the video. LOL, so observant. Prince Harry, that's my wife up there. Yeah, I just love their love. If he doesn't look at me like Harry looks at Meghan, I don't want him. Love wins and seems to continue to win for these two. Alright, let's go to the next one. One more, and then that'll be it for this video, and I'll do some stuff regarding politics. Next tweet. There's that. Let's pause it. Once again, royal family, Kensington royal, Daily Mail, control your tabloid dog fans. Like, ew, acting like entire animal at a first communion photo which happened to capture Duchess Meghan, and attendance is not okay, just sick and uncouth. Who raised you, derangers? Alright, thank God I didn't see the comments. Sick, just sick. I've blocked all derangers. I don't see any nasty comments. The mother deleted the post. Oh, okay. Imagine now, after all the bad comments, they vote under the woman's post. Now they're acting as if they care about the kids' communion by going after Meghan and accusing her of stealing the attention from the kids' communion because People magazine wrote an article about it. It was pretty bad. Some even encouraged nasty comment on seller's photo. What the hell? Replies had to be shut off when the post deleted. I guess, I'm sure that family was aware of what Meghan went through, but seeing the comments probably bring a different perspective, eye-opener for them. Of course, now the Rangers want to deflect and blame Meghan as cover for their indecent and classless behavior at a First Communion photo. Sad. Sailor looked beautiful, but unfortunately the crazy Meghan trolls are about to ruin the comment section. Alright, my last tweet. Okay, so there's the laugh here. What else can I do but laugh? Again, there's laugh, oh Lord. The thing these people keep fabricating about Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, for money. Pound, there's the laugh again. Rumors of Meghan Markle's UK's trip with royal family gifts. A Star magazine report claimed the Duchess of Sussex plans her first major UK visit in years, tied to Prince Harry's 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham, where she'll bring personalized as ever gifts. How do they know all of that? I mean, you could do a small little lie here and there, but this is thing that definitely Meghan will not tell anybody. It's probably maybe her, how do you call her, assistant maybe, to help her gather the things. But other than that, we will not know. Oh my Lord, they go to the extreme. Where she'll bring personalized as ever gifts like gems and sprinkle for dozens of relatives, especially to rekindle her bond with King Charles III. Charles just came to the US. He didn't even make a time to see them privately. Then again, who knows? Buckingham Palace or the Invictus Game Foundation and most online reaction dismiss it as a tabloid fantasy, marking the gifts amid lingering family tension. Harry's recent UK trips have been solo and brief due to lost security, while skepticism goes alongside reports of Markle's Hollywood fallout with Vogue's Anna Wintour. What? But, what? Hollywood fallout with Vogue's Anna Wintour. Then she stepped down from that position. If I'm not mistaken, this is not something I follow, the magazine, the Vogue, fashion kind of thing. But occasionally, whatever comes on my timeline, I will share or read with you. But Anna Wintour, if I'm not mistaken, she stepped down from her position. Whatever she had to do the Met Gala kind of thing. Okay, so they're not left out anything. Okay, LOL. What is the fallout between Anne and Meghan? And why Anne of all people? Is it because the Met Gala is coming up, so they're setting up a BS snub narrative? Every and any time Anna has mentioned Meghan on camera to boot, it's been an admiration. Every 8 months, they repeat that BS. It's clickbait. Yeah, some of the thing they said there is too specific, and most likely Meghan will not tell people. It will be confidential between her and her assistant, whoever usually help her, for when she's travel, whatever, however they do it, Harry and Meghan. But anyway, that's it. They don't know shit. They know exactly the same thing that I know about Harry and Meghan, which is nothing. Where they're going, how they travel. Okay. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I'm going to do another video. The video that I'm going to do, we're going to focus on, well, there's going to be different tweets, but the first tweet will be about that. Spirit Airline. That will be the first tweet. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally,